feed as we're speaking, because that wasn't necessary for what we're talking about here. Okay, so you use the workspace monitor to monitor your workspaces, and you can see at a glance which workspaces are in profit, which workspaces are not, and all that kind of thing. Okay, so I hope that answers that question. Right, gosh, 40 minutes to go, and I've still got so much to speak to you about. Right, one of the biggest questions that we get asked is, what are the settings? What nominal model are you using for your live analysis system? And the reason for that is because when you look at the live analysis system, and we can do it right now, you can see the live analysis system performs very well with its trading decisions and the trading signals that it generates. You can see the total profit loss figure, and this is live. It was updated 2 minutes ago, 2:40 p.m. It's now 2:42 p.m. here in Italy, and you can see it's currently in a long trade, which is making a profit of $778, and the total profit loss since the initial equity on November the 7th, it's just updating, the total profit loss is $56,853.03, which I must tell you is hypothetical. Okay, I'm going to come back to that hypothetical thing in a moment. So the system performs very well. We reset it every week. Every weekend we drop the last week's worth of trading. We keep a record of it for ourselves, and the system performs well. What does the current equity chart look like for the live analysis system? I'm going to show you how we monitor the live analysis system behind the scenes. The Sentient trader staff receive at least monitor the live analysis system using a special page. Okay, which is this page over here, and that page shows us the equity graph and the trading report for that 1 minute chart. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to show you the full nuts and bolts. First of all, the equity chart. Oh no, first of all, when was this generated? You can see this report is generated for us every hour. You can see this report was generated, I don't know if you can see that. Let me draw a big circle around it just to confuse everybody. This report was generated at 1:50 p.m. Central European Time, Wednesday the 23rd of November 2011. Okay, that's 10 to 2. That's 54 minutes ago. And this report is, as you can see, it's updated approximately every hour. So this report will be updated in about 6 minutes, if all my clocks are right. There we go. So it is current, and let me turn off this whiteboard. So we can have a look at the equity chart for the 1 minute chart. There it is. That's the equity chart. I think everybody would agree that's a very nice, healthy-looking equity chart. There's something that I could spend probably several hours talking about, and that's something that happened at the end of last week and the beginning of this week. You see that over there? We reached a profit of about $52,000, and it dropped down again to $41,000. So we lost about $9,000, which is about what's that? About 6% drawdown, perhaps something like that. Anyway, that's the equity. That's the equity chart, which was generated 56 minutes ago. Let's have a look at the trading report, because the trading report was also generated 56 minutes ago, and so we can have a look at it. You can see lots of really interesting statistics. Here, for instance, the win ratio is 41%. That win ratio, I've got to tell you, has been 41% for about 8 months. Okay, so it sometimes goes up, sometimes goes down. Why is it so low? That's a really interesting question. It's so low because we trade with a very full matrix. And this is a very important point. We trade with a very full matrix. Why do we trade with a very full matrix? Because we wanted the live analysis system to demonstrate lots of trading activity. Okay, And so we're not trading with the optimum matrix. We could be trading with a much better matrix in terms of win ratio. The win ratio is very low. But I'd like to point out something else. The average win against the average loss is that figure over there, 2.10, 2.10. Okay? Profit factor 3 I've now drawn over, 1.44. Total wins divided by total losses. Okay? That's number 3. Those are very consistent profit factors. Okay, and the which results in very consistent trading results. Let me turn that off, and let me show you what other statistics might be of interest here. Maximum time between peaks. That's very important when you're trading. Maximum time between peaks. 4 days, 2 hours, and 17 minutes. Okay, that was the maximum time that we had to endure in between peaks on this chart. Okay, what was our maximum drawdown? 6.34%. Okay, what's our annualized percentage return? I'm not even going to try and say it. Okay, another health warning here. Remember, these are hypothetical trades; they're not real trades, and I've got a really important to make about that in a moment. Okay. We also on our monitor page have links to all the individual charts, so that we can monitor each of the individual charts and make sure that they are still updating and so on. Make sure that the system is still running. Okay. I've been promising for ages that we're going to look at the settings on this charts on these charts. So let's do that. I'm not going to bother showing you the settings on the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes and so on, because they are the standard settings that you get when you switch Sentient Trader on your computers. That's if you haven't created your own custom nominal models. Okay, Sentient Trader ships with what I believe is the correct nominal model, if you like. It has the capability for you to create your own nominal models and so on, but it ships with what I believe is the correct one, which is Hurst's nominal model and our own nominal model intraday. So let's have a look at that nominal model. I don't really need to show it to you because it is the stock standard default Hurst nominal model for the minute time frame chart. The longest cycle is 10 days long, and the shortest cycle is 3 minutes long. There we go. We are trading, of course, we're trading the 60-minute cycle, which is cycle number 7, and the 3 cycles below the 60-minute cycle all have harmonic ratios of 2 to 1, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 7 minutes, which is important for performing Sentient trading. So that's the standard nominal model, right? There aren't any surprises there. A question from Murray: when orders are generated, are entries and exits made on stop or limit orders? All entries and exits, Murray, are made on stop orders. They are all placed away from the market. So in other words, if you're buying, they're all placed above the market, and if you're selling, they're all placed below the market. So they're all generated on all entries and exits are stop entries or exits, unless you use take profit exits, which we never do, and the live analysis system doesn't. We don't use take profit exits, but if you use take profit exits, they are of course limit orders. Okay, limit exit orders. Okay. Can I elaborate on the question marks appearing on the top of the diamonds? Yes. The question marks can be turned on or off by going to Tools, Options, Chart. Is it Chart? Gosh, I think it's Chart. And somewhere down here you can see something about show possible phasing question marks. When, Wojciech, you need to do a workshop because question marks and question marks and diamonds are already explained in the workshops. But basically, when Hurst proposed doing a phasing analysis, if you can position a trough with some degree of confidence, then you draw a diamond. Hurst used to suggest that if you are not confident with the placement of that trough, you should draw a question mark. And Sentient Trader actually does exactly the same thing. So then what it's doing when it plots a question mark is it says that it is possible that in fact where it has drawn the question marks might have been a trough of some other cycle, okay, which means that the phasing analysis that's presented on the chart would differ. So it's just a way for you to look at it and say, oh yeah, actually maybe that should be a trough of the 160-minute cycle. Let's just see, do I have those turned on or off? I think I have them turned off. I don't like question marks. I've learned to trust Sentient Trader over time, which is not really surprising. But I've learned to trust Sentient Trader. And there we go. I've shown the question marks. So Sentient Trader is saying that this over here might be a trough of the 30-minute cycle, right? I think that's the 30-minute cycle. Yes, it's drawn question marks saying that might be the trough of the 30-minute cycle. I'm happy just to leave Sentient Trader to do its own thing. After how many candles after the go of confirming the completion? After how many, it's not as simple as how many candles do they get converted into diamonds. It's part of the phasing analysis process, which is quite a complex question, and I don't really have time to answer it now. But in the phasing analysis process, there's a point at which a question mark gets obviously converted into a diamond, and then a diamond gets converted into a solid diamond. Here, all the most recent diamonds are hollow diamonds, which means they are probable but not confirmed, and solid diamonds are confirmed diamonds. So, gosh, that's a really long answer. Perhaps we'll talk about that next week, about more about the phasing analysis process. Let me continue revealing the settings to the live analysis system. The live analysis system, of course, under trading does use the Sentient trading method, as opposed to the Hurst trading methodology. Sentient trading methodology is built upon Hurst's trading methodology, but it's a refined method of trading. So the live analysis system does use the Sentient trading methodology. And on the live analysis system, we do occasionally declare some no trade zones. When there are big news events, we create no trade zones. It's a good idea to stay well clear of the markets when big news events are happening, okay, that affect the euro to US dollar. When a big news event happens, it's a very good idea just to stay clear of the market. So we create what are called no trade zones, which means the Sentient Trader will automatically not trade during that time. I see a question there, and I'll get to it in a moment. Let me just let me get to it now. Can the live system be set up to generate orders based on the 5-minute chart instead of the? Yes, absolutely. All you need to do is you go to Tools, Trade Settings, and you turn off Allow Long Trades, Allow Short Trades. Simple as that. Okay. Now this chart won't generate any more trading things, and you go to the 5-minute chart, which is over here, and you go to Tools, Trade Settings, and you go to Allow Long Trades, Allow Short Trades. And all of a sudden, Sentient Trader will generate trading instructions.